I'm going to show you how to change your images from color to black and white. A lot, a lot of the time, people literally would go straight up here to image mode and grayscale and change their images, um, just like so. But um, my recommendation is not to do it that way. And at the end of the tutorial, I'm going to show you why. The way I would do it is I would go to image adjustments and desaturate. Then I would go image adjustments and levels. This is a representation of the colors and light in your image. This will be the highlight end, this is the midtones, and this is the shadows. So every image is going to look different, but you will have kind of black ridges similar to this. Um, so in this image, what needs to be done is, if there is an empty space like this, you need to pull the slider, be it at the highlight end or the shadow end, up to the point where it meets the ridges, as so. And you can see in the background the effect it's having on the highlights. It's just giving it a bit more punch. If you pull the slider at the other end, which is the shadows, it'll affect the shadows or the black detail in the image. If you pull it too far, it makes the image too dark, and you can see that the image is already quite black in the rocks, so it doesn't need to be adjusted too much. So I just hit OK there. So that will, the levels will affect the overall image, but of course there's going to be images and you just want to affect small little parts of it. And what I would do is go down here to the hand tool, which is highlighted in the toolbox at the moment, but it could be on this tool or it could be on the sponge, depending on what's selected in your own toolbox. So go to the burn tool, which is the hand, and if you need to change the size of the brush, you can go up here and just drag the slider down or up and select the shadows in this window here. And if you just, let's say the rocks there, you wanted to put some more kind of shadow detail, you just literally have to rub it over, and it won't affect the midtones and it won't affect the highlights. And likewise in the rocks over there, or the island, a bit of shadow detail in the island there. So that's if you want to just affect specific areas of your image. And likewise, you can go to the dodge tool maybe and bring up the highlights in the image. So go up to the midtones there, or select highlights and make the brush whatever size, and just see it's giving a bit more punch in the grass and a bit more punch in the sea. So again, every image is going to be different, so a bit of work might be needed in specific areas on images, but that kind of gives you the basics of, you know, how you can just change the highlights within the image or the shadow detail in the image. And that's it there. And just to go back then to show you what I was saying about don't go near the grayscale, here's one I did of the same image in grayscale, and you can see the difference. There's a whole lot more punch in the in using desaturate and the levels, so that's why I say don't go near the grayscale. And just for those of you using Photoshop Elements, just the same idea to do it in Photoshop Elements is to go to convert to black and white, and when that window pops up you can just click on OK, go to enhance, adjust lighting, and there's your levels tool there, and you can see it's exactly the same as in the Photoshop, and you can pull it up there, click OK, and there's your sponge tool, your dodge, and your burn tool for burning in the highlights or the shadows, and the options are all available similar to what you've just seen in Photoshop. Okay.